Hi, I'm Sarah. Today we have an exit interview with Shubham from The Circle. We first met him in season 1, where he finished as runner-up. This season didn't go quite as well.
We're back.
Shubi, the last time I talked to you, I just casually was like, I don't know when the next season of The Circle's coming. And you casually were like, oh yeah, me neither. And then 2 weeks later, it's announced you're on it. You're a good actor.
Oh, thanks, Sarah. I don't want to timestamp it, but I think when I was talking to you last, I genuinely didn't know when it was coming out.
So it was a good half lie, even though you had clearly already shot the whole season.
True. Yeah, that's true. It's good to see you though.
Yes. Well, tell me, let's start back at this beginning. How did this second opportunity come up for you?
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts in this, but they asked if I was interested. And for me, I love the Circle. So I would climb to Everest and back to play again. So I was super stoked.
Yes. And obviously, you were a fan favorite from season 1. You did really well in season 1.
Oh, thanks, Sarah.
You know, this one was obviously going to be harder. I think it's always harder, right? To play a second time. It's going to be different. You don't really know what to expect. Did you have any expectations? What was your plan here going in for a second season?
Yeah, I think obviously the game changed and has evolved a lot from the first season. So I kind of took with me that. And my game plan was try to keep it similar to season 1, but I obviously knew I'm playing a Catfish. So I knew things were different. So kind of do more of the same, but also remember that things will be different.
Did you have any sense that you might be a late arrival and not an OG?
No, I think it was kind of random, like blackjack. So, but whatever I was dealt, I was gonna try to play the best hand I could. So,
Okay. So without fully knowing who you were going to catfish as,
sure.
what was your catfish plan before you saw Sasha?
Yeah, as Catfish, Hunter. Honestly, with the Catfish, I was just trying to make myself as similar. So try to embed as much of my genuine self into this Catfish, and then I think that was one thing, just trying to make it as similar as possible. And I was preparing for the toughest scenarios. So for me, that's like the generation thing. If I'm playing like grandpa or grandma, or if I'm playing like a woman, so try to prep for those two situations.
Yeah, that's gotta be so hard. I mean, it's hard to catfish, and
Yeah.
then the ones who do it well do have, notebooks full of research, but if you don't know who you're gonna be, how do you research everything?
Yeah, that's a great thing, and I think my game plan going in here with the Catfish is I wanted my character to go on an arc. So I wanted, the character to be shy and nervous at first. Then she
Mhm.
starts to find her footing, and she becomes more friendly and approachable, and then in the third act, she becomes a strong leader. I didn't realize I didn't have any time, and by me making her shy in the beginning, I kinda turned a little I hurt
Mm.
myself, I think, in that first act for sure, so then I jumped pretty quick.
Yeah, well, yeah, this was such a short time that you ended up having. It's hard to have an arc. So, okay, you see Sasha's photos.
Yeah.
What's running through your head?
Yeah, I was super stoked. I mean, she seemed like she was someone my age. She was, we had that same quality. I feel like our heritage being both Indian, so I was super stoked. I think my thing was definitely thinking okay, I have to kind of embed myself into her as much as I can. But then obviously, I think the thing I failed to really encapsulate is I should have played more into people thought she's a really attractive girl, so maybe I should have leaned more into that with the flirting. But I tried to make her like me, so with our culture, with the wholesome, with the tech. Maybe that wasn't the right route, but it's definitely the route I was going for. So
Right. I mean, who's to say? Because you kind of get thrown for a loop really quickly with this setup of the other people in the circle are now having to pick a side.
yeah.
You had a very short window, it seemed like, to have anyone get to know you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I made a huge mistake. In the first group chat, I was trying to be shy and I was
Yeah.
genuinely nervous as well. So I wasn't responding to people's individual compliments to me. I was like, "Oh, thank you all so much," because my thought process is if we're in a group chat and I'm saying "Oh, Jennifer, thank you for the compliment. Then I feel like the whole circle will target me because I have a connection with Jennifer. But if I keep
Mhm.
it vague, but again, that was the wrong thinking. I should have been like, Jennifer, thank you. Sam, you have a great personality. Start collecting them.
Right, right. Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And so then is it the same day that you're now seeing that 2 people pick your team and realizing you're in a tough spot?
I don't know about the time span, but yeah, I definitely that was tough when I lost that contest to Tamir.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was so hard to watch. And now basically, 3 people are in trouble because you seem to be in trouble and the 2 people who chose you are in trouble. And this kind of sends you down a bit of an emotional like path, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was so tough. I mean, it's like it was so cool. I had like 2 people on my side, and even though I lost, I'm like, "Oh, going forward, this is great. I have 2 people. Give me 2 strong. That's better than like 8 scattered." And then when I had to get rid of one of them, it sucks because it's like both of them trusted me, both of them liked me, and it's like,
Right.
yeah, so that was definitely tough.
Now let's just dissect your decision here because
Sure.
strategically, one of the 2 appeared to come with an alliance,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
With more people,
Correct.
and that does seem like the smarter
Yeah.
decision. Is that what your thinking was?
Yeah, I have so much love for Bruno. Long live Bruno. I felt so
Yeah.
bad. But it was also like, yeah, it was definitely the 2 versus 1 thing was definitely really that was a great argument they made looking back at it. I also think it was just like a genuine connection I had. Remember Jennifer was saying stuff like Sasha reminded her of herself when she was younger. That was a great line. And they didn't show it, but the game where we made organs, our best organ, and I made the heart, it was
Mm,
actually revealed Jennifer was the one who liked mine.
mm,
And then Jennifer chose me without even like really us chatting. So I'm like, there was a genuine bond I felt with Jennifer. So it was that on top of I'm gonna get 2 people on my side who are newbies. And the way
right.
I felt about it is I felt the game was going towards a certain direction. So I felt like the best long-term play with me is to choose a side right now, and that was with the 2 newbies, and then make
Mhm.
a play. So yeah.
What direction are you referring to? What did you think at this time?
I mean, I just felt like I felt based on the chat that the most powerful people in the game were Raven, Chaz, and Sam, and Marvin was
Mhm,
also there right with them. Because in that game where we had to make organs, I remember Marvin made a organ, and all the people who liked him were the originals who liked that
mm,
thing. And I felt like if you're voting each other, you obviously are in an alliance. And I just felt like they're in the influencer position. I'm just doing the math based on my
yeah.
experience. 5 make it to the end. And if there's been newbies before me, then those people have a stronger tie to get to the end. And those
Mhm.
originals, the way it was going, they weren't going to turn on each other. So I'm like, either cut Bruno, which was so devastating. And I'm like, my best play now is with Tom and Jennifer, and we make a play for, to
Yeah. No, it makes sense, and I mean, honestly, that's an accurate read. I
yeah.
didn't know if that was obvious to you or any of the newbies, but, like, Chaz and Raven and Sam were running it at this point. They were the most popular.
Yeah, and it was and I think Brett felt that too, coming from Big Brother. He's playing a second
Mhm.
time. Like, I think when you play this game, you just know it was like Sarah, it was almost like we're sitting in a room and it's like I can see the top 3 already at the end. You know,
Yeah.
like, the tunnel's going one way, and it's like for me, I could have played that game and I could have got the Tamira spot and I could have got 4th or 5th.
Mhm.
But I wanted to come to play to, I knew where the game was going. So yeah.
Okay, so you are seeing the picture and you're strategically saying, "I'm going to battle that
Yeah,
side."
for sure.
Okay, and now you didn't realize that Bruno really didn't Bruno wasn't in a great spot.
Yeah.
Uh, I think Bruno was kind of on their way out
Yeah,
anyway.
I agree. That was a terrible mistake for me to choose her for that chat. I was so close to picking Chaz as the chat before, but then in my mind, I was overthinking everything. I got Bruno, and yeah, that was just a mistake because Bruno actually could have been an ally of mine if she stayed because she was on her
Yeah.
own. them. So that was a mistake.
Right. But so you were thinking Bruno Chaz, you thought they both had a pretty good standing?
No, I thought Chaz had a great standing. I thought Bruno was kind of struggling from what I understood. So I
Oh,
felt
okay.
like maybe I could try to rally the outsiders because I'm just trying to get
Mhm.
for me, it's like I didn't want to play with the power. I wanted to get the outsiders and try to Robin Hood the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then I had no idea that that would lead to me actually having to take out one of the weak, so
Well, looking back, I felt like Bruno was the right choice in this moment, but that you're already kind of in one of the worst positions someone could be in.
yeah, I think I messed up the foundation for it, but yeah, that was a tough blocking for sure.
Okay. So after this emotional blocking,
Uh,
you had to make your decision. You're now ready to publicly tell all the newbies your plan.
yeah,
You're just going in strong at this point.
yeah.
Any regrets on this part? How do we feel about the newbie
um,
revolution?
no, I have no regrets, Sarah, because I think I know a lot of people said I played too hard too fast, and that might have been my downfall. But the inverse is you cannot play too hard and get blocked anyways. And I knew as soon as Bruno left that video message, I'm public enemy number one. So the only thing I can do is try to tell the newbies, look what's going to happen to you one by one. I promise you, you will not win this game. And
Yeah.
so I think it was a brilliant move for all five. And I know people were saying, like, I should have talked to people individually, but I did. I had the connection with Jennifer and Tom. Me and Tamira had a chat before. It was never aired, but me and Tamira had a chat. So I felt like there's no more time. Maybe I can, if I don't do this chat now, I'm getting blocked by tonight. So there's no point me waiting anymore. I think
Yeah.
the execution, there were definitely improvements that could have been made, but
I
YOLO.
yeah, exactly. YOLO. I mean, you were in again one of the worst spots. Like you kind of had to play hard at this point. I don't think that that's a fault necessarily. You were just in a really tough spot.
Yeah, oh, thanks. I appreciate it. And that's when Oliver came, like he was the last one there, I'm just thinking like, wait, guys, this is a move where all five of us could make it to the end because
Yeah.
even Marvin was at this point in this game, and I thought Chaz was going to keep Marvin no matter what, and Chaz
Mhm.
was the glue. So that's four people, and I knew Tom and Jennifer were already there before me, so they probably were going to get that final spot if someone was going to. I'm like, why are we like begging to get fifth when all of us could have a chance to win this game? I think
Yeah.
that would have been sick, like all five of us at the end.
Look, if I had been sitting in that chat and you came to me with this plan, I'd have said, "Yes,
Oh,
sir,
thanks, Sarah.
let's go."
Let's go.
Because you're right. You had the numbers. You guys could have done an uprising, which would have been fascinating to see.
Yeah.
Just knock off the OGs. I mean, the circle messes with you, so I don't know if you'd been able to do it, but would have been fun to watch.
Yeah, it would have been great. Maybe in another universe we pulled it off.
Yes. Okay. Well, now Chaz is not feeling you at this point. After Bruno's
Sure, yeah.
video, and you have an incredible clapback about being timid.
Oh yeah, that was a mistake. But yeah, it was funny to watch.
Do you think it's a mistake? I mean, I was like cheering at this moment because I was like, "Yeah, you go."
No,
But
my
it's tough
thing
for
is,
game.
it was both. I was genuinely just frustrated because like I'm like, oh my god, Sasha's brink on the fire the whole time. But also, this was right after the revolution, and my thing is, the newbies needed to see that someone could stand up to these power people. Because I thought someone in that power 3 asked, and I'm like, guys, we can't just say like skate around it. We gotta like. And I wanted to like show that like Sasha wasn't timid. I wanted to go to the final act and say like Sasha's got some teeth. And my thing was with that is I also felt like if I'm putting myself so out there, the newbies are going to be like, Sasha will be first in line to get out. At least she'll be the one who takes the hit if our plan doesn't work. And I think they just
Right.
needed to see strength.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, what's the regret? Maybe the phrasing?
Yeah.
Is that where you think the
My
mistake
thing is,
was?
I was getting blocked regardless. After that Bruno message, they were coming for me regardless. It was,
Yeah.
so it's what it is. It was fun.
Yeah. No, I don't think this was a mistake.
Oh, thanks, sir. It means a lot.
Yeah, no, I think that you showing some strength was proving Chaz wrong, right? I was confused, I think, on why Chaz got so upset about this, but the circle's confusing.
Yeah, I think when you're influencer, you have to come up with a reason, and because that was the recent thing, he kind of used that. Although I've told Chaz, I think even if that didn't happen, he was still coming for me, because after the Bruno left that video message, he was coming for me. Because why would he not save Marvin? Marvin was rating Chaz so high, and Chaz knew that. Chaz and Marvin had like connection. So if Tom saved me, we would have ran through this game to the end.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
No, it would have been sick.
All right, so this is it. You get blocked. You choose to go see Jennifer. Is this truly because you have the information that you're going to give an advantage here?
No, it was also the game I played. I just felt like a connection. I had the closest connection with them. They were loyal to me. They were defending me in group chat settings. They had my back in the revolution, and they liked my organ picture. So it was genuine, and it was fun. I'm so glad I visited them, because it was such a great way for me to end my game. So
right, this was such a fun meeting. I mean, how hilarious is it that you're like Big Brother recognizing Brett?
Yeah, I was stoked. It was so fun to watch Brett and see Xanthi. So stoked.
Yeah, what was your first, when you walk in and you see two people, what's your first thought?
The first thought is, oh my God, where's Xanthi again? Second thought, oh my God, Big Brother. And then third thought, is Xanthi Jennifer? Like,
there's a lot of confusion there.
Yeah.
But you guys have a fun conversation. Yeah, that was kind of a high note to go out on, I guess.
Yeah, I was super stoked. I think it was the best move. Yeah.
So then your goodbye message, your circle message here at the end, you mentioned the rebellion.
Huge mistake on my part. I thought when Chaz asked me are you a man with a plan, timid girl, the plan referred to the revolution. So when Tom and Chaz blocked me, I thought maybe Tamira leaked it to everyone, and I was already blocked. I was blocked because of the revolution. So I thought in the message, it's like I'm a kid who got caught with my hand in the cookie jar, just trying to survive. Here's this funny thing. I had no idea the gravity of that message and how it was like, oh my God, it was almost used as like a fire to get all the newbies out one by one. I felt so bad. But it was cool to see the revolution's impact to the end. But I felt so sad and bad.
Okay, well, that is good to know what your thinking was. I wasn't sure if you just wanted to mention it for fun, not really realizing, people are left in the game that does affect, or if that was your strategy.
No, I was just sad. I felt so sad. I was doing it for fun. I thought it was like, I kind of wanted to be like, I tried this. It didn't work. I tried to catfish. It didn't work. But having said that, I think when Marvin left, I think the newbie should have rallied again, because they had the number 4 versus 3. And at that point, they're playing defense. Like, they're getting attacked for the revolution. So my thing is, they're not going to rate you higher than Sam and like each other. So you have the numbers. But I think it was hard because, it was just, but that's what I would have pushed for that again. They had the numbers.
Right. What do you think this mindset is where these newbies are they almost like cling to Chaz or Sam, like whoever they have the best relationship out of the popular people? Do they really think that that's going to help them in the end?
I have no idea. I think having been in the revolution chat, Oliver was down, Jennifer was down, Tom was down in that revolution chat. I was there. He was down. Tamira is the one who was like putting doubt, and I think that doubt made Tom scared.
Right.
And I just don't understand what I think for Tamira. It was a strategic move because she had no chance of winning with those others. She might have gotten a better position with us, and she could have won the game. There was no way. Even let's say I didn't put the video message out, which was a huge mistake. I still think the positioning would have been close. I think it would have been the same thing. Maybe 1 or 2 swaps are different. No one was getting 3rd or higher. That was a newbie.
Agreed. Like, Tamira seemed very strategic, the moment she walked in, and to see her missing this part of the strategy. And like in the finale, she places not in the top 3. And it's like, she seemed really upset. And I thought, you had no chance. Like, how are you surprised by this?
I don't know. Maybe she was thinking like it'd be very strategic and she'd get first, but I don't know. Like, that's what I was trying to explain to Tamira, that like don't look at Sasha as your enemy. I'm trying to help you win this game, and that's what I was trying to
Yeah.
do. I'm like, I think Jennifer had the read that like there's no way like they were
Right.
playing. Yeah, and
Yeah, like Jennifer did the best that they could,
yeah,
but
to me,
there was
yeah,
still no way they were gonna win.
yeah, Jennifer. I think Jennifer knew if Xanthi and Brett were asked, they knew they weren't playing to win. They were playing to survive.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Right. Well, how did you feel about the finalists, the finale? How was that whole experience?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Sam's an incredible winner. To go from 8th to 1st, she showed incredible resilience.
Mhm.
I was stoked for everyone. I thought everyone played the best game they could, and it was super
Right.
exciting to see. I obviously felt bad about my Revolution message, but it was cool to see everyone, and I think everyone played a great game.
Yeah, and I think everyone, if they had known it was you, would not have been coming for you. They'd have been like, "Yeah, whatever you say.
I
Let's
know,
do
right?
it."
But can you imagine me saying like, "Oh, hey guys, I was gonna say like I was thinking like maybe I should say it's like Chris from season 1 or
Oh,
but then I was like I feel so stupid though if I said I'm Shubham and I get blocked. I'm like, oh like I can see that happening still.
yeah, what kind of subtle hints could you have like just dropped in messages that maybe people are like, this feels like Shuby, or they
Yeah,
wouldn't have
I
they
know.
wouldn't have figured it out.
Yeah, it would have been funny.
Well, what's next for you? What's coming up for Shuby?
Oh, Sarah, thank you for asking. Just working. I'm working in tech, finishing up my master's, and I love all these unscripted shows. So more the merrier. That'd be sick.
Oh yeah. We got to get you on more. What's the next dream show?
Did I dream? Honestly, I had so much fun on the circle. So all these are
Keep
great. These competition shows. I'm actually getting my real estate license. So selling Sunset would be super cool. Like,
Yes. I would love if you were on every season of The Circle just catfishing as random people, and then it just becomes a
uh,
thing of like, is this Shuby behind
oh, that'd be
this?
funny. Yeah,
Again?
that'd be funny.
Right?
Yeah,
I
come
love
back.
it.
I love that. I love the circle. So that'd be sick.
Yay. Well, it was so fun to watch you again. I was bummed that you were kind of handed a tough hand.
Ah, don't be. I was stoked. I was stoked to play the game I love again. I should have done better. It was super fun.
Well, thank you for your time today. Hope to see you
Yeah.
soon.
Oh, thanks, Sarah. See you soon.